Hey ladies, welcome back to the channel. It's Lady of the House. So I am participating in an open challenge hosted by Measure and Mix and Sikha M. So in this challenge they asked that we create a recycled home decor product using either plastic, glass, paper, or cardboard. So I've had this picture frame for quite a while. I actually bought several of them because I think they were on sale at Michael's once upon a time. And so I had this laying around and I decided that I would use this to do my recycled project with. So thank you so much, ladies, for the open invitation. I appreciate you giving me yet another opportunity to kind of sort of display my talents. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. So what I'm going to be making for you today is going to go on my soon-to-be coffee station, which I do every fall. But I saw this project in Hobby Lobby and I didn't even look at the price because I knew once I saw it that I was going to attempt to DIY it. So I apologize for not getting the price, but after you see what I'm making, perhaps you can go to Hobby Lobby and check it out. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is taking the picture frame apart, and I'm just going to start painting it. So you're going to need a picture frame of some sort and some white paint, and this is the paint from Walmart and I got it in matte. You're going to need and I just dropped that, really. You're going to need a pencil, you're also going to need a Sharpie and a sponge. And I used this sponge because I was filming this video earlier and I didn't like the picture frame that I was using and I didn't like the way it was coming out, so I'm doing this video over again with a different picture frame, so that's why you see paint already all over my fingertips. And you're also going to need an easel. This is something that I just had on hand, and a recipe. So I'm going to be using a biscuit recipe, but you can use a cookie recipe. You can use, just try to keep it simple. Don't, I wouldn't recommend doing any meats or anything like that. But like I said, because this is going to go on my coffee station, I figured I would do a biscuit recipe. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my paint out. And I'm just going to begin to paint the picture frame. Now this picture frame is wooden. I was using a plastic one and it just wasn't coming out right and it was messy. So I'm actually mixing these two colors together to try to give it that antique-y farmhouse kind of look to it. And so I will be sticking with my modern farmhouse theme for my kitchen. And since this object, or this is going in the kitchen, this is the theme I'm sticking with. And the thing I love about farmhouse is because it never gets old. I mean, is it going to be as popular as it is right now? Probably not. In a couple of years, I'm sure, it'll fade out for some people. But for me, I absolutely love farmhouse. I've always considered myself kind of a country girl, just a little bit. I am from the city. I'm from Jersey, yeah. But I don't see nothing wrong with a little farmhouse. I don't see. Let me stop. Okay, so I know y'all probably ain't like me singing that R. Kelly song. He in a whole bunch of mess. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and paint this and let it dry. And I'm going to let it dry completely because I know me. I get impatient and I be trying to still do stuff while the paint still be wet, because I just can't wait for the finished product, so, or the finished project. So I know me, so I'm not going to do that this time. I'm actually going to let this paint dry. And you don't have to paint it perfectly, so if you leave some spots unpainted, that is absolutely fine, because it's going to lend to that farmhouse antique kind of look that I'm going for. So I'm just going to go back in a little deeper with some of the white, because even though you don't want to paint it too much, you still want it to look like it's been painted. Alright, so once I finish painting this, I'm also going to paint this piece of cardboard or backing that came with it. And that's another reason why I chose this picture frame, because this backing is actually a lot more sturdier than the one I had that I was going to use, the frame from the Dollar Tree. So this one is a lot sturdier, so when I paint it, I don't have to worry about it warping or, you know, bending or folding or anything like that. Yo, I got paint everywhere. I'm glad I'm only painting this one little project. I'm so messy today. Okay. So now I'm going to let this dry. And I'm going to go ahead and paint this, and then I'm going to let it fully dry. I promise y'all I'm going to let this dry completely. And then once it's completely dried, that's when I'm going to come back and show you what we're going to do next. Alright guys, so as you can see, my picture frame is dry for the most part. But this is not the part that I need dry anyway, so I'm going to continue to let this dry. I did go in with some sandpaper and kind of just rough it up a little bit, just to give it more of that beat up farmhouse look. And so I'm just going to sit this over here and let this dry. So what I have been doing, and I decided that I'm going to use a Amish cinnamon bread recipe, because I use this recipe a lot in the fall, and I figured it would just be great to have it right there sitting in front of you. So anytime I want to make it, I can just go and get this sign. So what I've done is I've started taking my recipe and transferring it onto this with a pencil. So I'm not sure how well you guys can see that. Let me see if I can bring you in. So okay, so I'm just taking my Amish cinnamon bread recipe and I'm putting it on here in pencil, and then I'm going to go over it in with using my black Sharpie. And I did it off camera because I wasn't really sure how it was going to come out. I know I'm a pretty good writer and I can write and print really well, but excuse me, I didn't know exactly how I was going to transfer on here. But now that I see this, I'm going to just go ahead and finish writing out the rest of the recipe on here, and then we'll trace it in the Sharpie and see how that looks. Now you can use paint if you want, if you have a really steady hand. Excuse me, if you have a really steady hand, you can use paint, but I'm not even sure. You know, I have black paint, but I know my hand is not going to be that steady. So, and I don't have the proper paintbrush to do it with anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this off camera because I don't want to mess it up. And I'll see you guys in a few moments. Okay, so I have finished writing the recipe down on here, and now I'm just taking my marker and going over it using my marker, kind of like this. And then I'm going to go back over it again to kind of thicken up some of these words here. And then I'm going to show you guys what it looks like once I'm done. I am losing some daylight here because it's about to rain again. Well, it is raining now, so I am losing some daylight. And this is my first time recording with this camera, so if you like this camera better than my iPhone, please let me know. And I'm just going to finish this up, and when I come back, you'll get the big picture, and I'll even show you the picture of what I'm making, the picture that I took from in Hobby Lobby. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, so this is the finished product. This is what the sign looks like. And no, Backers is not my last name. I spelled Bakers wrong, but it's just been that kind of week for me, y'all. So pray for me, because I'm the same person who put the pencil behind my ear. 5 minutes later, I forgot where the pencil was. When I finally found it behind my ear, I shut the pencil in the door and knocked the point off of it. So that's been my week. But I also caught a foot cramp trying on some flat sandals. So y'all can pretty much tell how my week has been going so far. Anyway, this is the finished product. I hope you guys really like it. I think it came out really, really cute. The only thing that I would recommend is using a felt tip pen when it comes down to writing out the words themselves. Because it'll come out a lot neater than this. But this was just my first one. I'll probably do like maybe one every fall, you know, with a different recipe on it or something. But I thought this was a great idea. I think it came out really, really cute. If you like this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much, ladies, for allowing me to participate. Please do not forget to check out their videos as well. And I will see you guys in my next video. And always remember to be the lady in your house. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.